Hello families and welcome back to a new video. So today we're looking at lesson 10-5, which is adding using place value and partial sums. So in this lesson, students are going to come to understand that when they're adding three-digit numbers, hundreds are added to hundreds, tens to tens, and ones to ones. And you can add starting in any place value. These partial sums can be recorded and added to get the final sum. So this lesson relates directly to the lesson we did before, which is lesson 10-4, where students use partial sums to add two-digit numbers. In this lesson, or in that lesson, they broke apart two three-digit numbers into hundreds, tens, and ones, and then they used models and place value to find the sum. So we're going to do that again today, just in a different way. We're showing again another strategy to help students. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first problem here. We have 257 plus 384. So again, we are working with place value. So in working with place value, we see that the number 257 has two hundreds, five tens, and seven ones. To that, we are adding 384. In the number 384, there are three hundreds, eight tens, and four ones. So now we have both of our numbers written down in our chart by place value. Now what it's going to have us do is it wants us to add these numbers by place value. This is where we get the term partial sums. We're adding it by place value first, and then we're going to combine all of those place values together at the end to get the sum. So now let's look at our hundreds. It's telling us first that we're going to work with our hundreds place value. We have two hundreds plus three hundreds. Two hundreds plus three hundreds is 500s. The value of 500s is 500. And the way we write 500, 500 has 5 hundreds, 0 tens, and 0 ones. So we're going to record that here, 5 hundreds, 0 tens, and 0 ones. Okay, we've done our hundreds section now. Now we're going to move on to our tens. We're going to add 5 tens plus 8 tens. So to add 5 tens and 8 tens, what I tell students to do, since that is not quick mental math, is to draw this out with place value using tens lines for tens rods. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens, and then we need to add 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we're working with the tens column, so that means we're skip counting by tens. Each of these is worth 10. So we're going to count these all together and see what the value of 5 tens plus 8 tens equals. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130. So the value of 5 tens plus 8 tens is 13 tens, and 13 tens equals 130. Again, if we're looking at place value, 130 has 100, 3 tens, and 0 ones. And we're going to record that on our mat here. 100, 3 tens, 0 ones. Okay. Now we've done our tens section. Now we're just going to follow up with our ones. We have 7 ones plus 4 ones. Now in class, I have students draw little tiny squares for our ones. So we're going to draw 7 ones, and then we're going to add 4 more ones to it. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to add our 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to add those all together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 ones equals 11. And if we're looking at place value, there are no hundreds in the number 11. Sorry, let me make that a little bit clearer. There are no hundreds in the number 11. There is 1 10 and 1 1. So we're going to show we'll have 0 hundreds, 1 10, and 1 1. Okay, now that we have written all of our numbers across horizontally, we're going to now add our numbers together vertically. So we have 0 hundreds. Sorry, this is the second time I filmed this video because the first time, for whatever reason, the footage was lost. So I'm so sorry for all the tongue ties. So we're going to add our ones first. We have 0 ones plus another 0 1 plus 1 1. That is going to equal 1 1. Now we move to our tens. We have 0 tens plus 3 tens plus 1 10, and then it's going to be 4 tens. Now we look at our hundreds. We have 500s plus 100, and that's going to equal 600s. So our final answer is going to be 641. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and look at our next one. Our next equation is 425 plus 148. We're going to do the same thing here. In the number 425, there are 4 hundreds, 2 tens, and 5 ones. We're adding to that 148, in which there is 100, 4 tens, and 8 ones. Now we're going to find our value here by adding each of the place values together to get partial sums. 4 hundreds plus 100 equals 5 hundreds. The value of 5 hundreds is 500. 500 has 5 hundreds, 0 tens, and 0 ones. Now we're going to move to our tens column. We have 2 tens plus 4 tens. 2 tens plus 4 tens is 6 tens. The value of 6 tens, if we draw 6 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we skip count by 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, we see that the value of 6 tens is 60. And in the number 60, there are no hundreds. There is 6 tens and 0 ones. So we will show that 6 tens, 0 ones. Now we're going to move over to our ones. In our ones column, we have 5 ones plus 8 ones. So I show the kids again to draw little squares. So we're going to show our 5 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 8 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to add these all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 ones equals 13. And when we write the number 13, there is 1 10 and 3 ones. Okay, now we're going to take all of these numbers that we have, our partial sums for our hundreds, our tens, and our ones, and we're going to add them together vertically. 0 ones plus 0 ones plus 3 ones equals 3 ones. 0 tens plus 6 tens plus 1 10 equals 7 tens. And 5 hundreds plus 0 hundreds plus 0 hundreds plus 0 hundreds is 500. So our total is 573. I try to let students know that if they get lost here where there are the blank spots, they can put an X there, or they can put a 0 there as a placeholder to let them know that they are adding 5 plus 0 plus 0. Either way is fine, whatever helps them. So I want to just be sure that I let you all know that this is one of the hardest lessons for students in second grade to do partial sums. And I know the way we are taught to do it as grown-ups is just adding 425 plus 148 just vertically. However, this is the way that the district requires us to teach it, and so unfortunately I do have to teach it this way, and also this way will be on a test. So it's really important that students really understand how to do partial sums because they will see it on a test. So that's my reasoning for making this video, is because I want to set them up for success as much as possible. So please make sure that you're really watching this one. This is a very important one to watch. Watch it as many times as you need to, because again, that test will be coming up soon with partial sums on it. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message on Dojo and I will respond as soon as I can. And again, make sure you watch it as many times as you need to make sure that students are grasping it. And for parents too, I know this is new, but you can do it. I had to learn it too. It's tough, but I know you can do it. So I will see you in the next one. Have a great night, guys. Bye.